Alright,
We're
you
gonna.
want to do abortion?
Yeah,
Wait, so what proposition should we really to defend?
I'll just uphold pro-choice type.
Wait, so why do you think pro-choice is the acceptable case for abortion? What's gonna be the argument?
Acceptable case for abortion. Yeah, I'll just type it out.
Can you
I'm
just
on
explain to me?
debate.
Yeah, I'll give you the argument.
Yeah, you could type it up, but I just want an explanation of VC. It'd be more better.
Bro,
Yeah, I'll show
yo,
you.
killer one. Look at
And I'll
James.
explain my argument after.
You gonna tell me it now? Let me charge my phone.
Yeah. Okay, so the argument is P1, if a person has the right to bodily autonomy, then they cannot be forced to use their body to sustain another life. P2, a fetus depends on the
Yo, you
pregnant
got an
woman's
echo.
body.
Oh my bad.
Okay. P1, if a person has a right to bodily autonomy, then they cannot be forced to
Hey,
use
what
their
do you
body.
define body autonomy to be? Like, I'm just gonna question. Like, what do you define it to be?
All we're taking bodily autonomy to be is just the systems or the functions within your body. So
You
the
say the
fundamental,
systems.
yeah,
You say the systems.
That's
What
I'm not done.
not.
I'm
what
not
are
done.
those
I'm not done. I'm
systems
not
are we
done. I'm
talking
not done.
about?
I'm not done. The fundamental right to govern one's own body. That's what we're
Okay.
defining bodily autonomy as.
Okay. Getting on. Wait.
Okay. P1, if a person has a right to bodily autonomy, then they cannot be forced to use their body to sustain another life. P2, a fetus depends on the pregnant person's body to survive. P3,
I,
people have a right to bodily autonomy. C, therefore, a pregnant person cannot be forced to sustain a fetus and may choose abortion.
so like, what is the theory of justification of that?
What is the theory of justification? What are you invoking there when you say theory of justification?
Okay, can I tell you what I mean when I say what's the theory of justification? I'm asking what's a form of justification? It's a form of ways to make it reasonable, more justifiable in this case. Like we talk about fidetionalism, coherentism, like those are types of justifications, and those are type of ways to make it reasonable and justifiable in this case. I'm
We can
sorry.
just go. We can just go with a phenomenal conservative type view there. We could
Wait. I'm
go.
sorry, but can you give me a theory of justification? Because I just answered your question why a theory of justification is necessary.
You didn't prove why it was necessary. I just gave you answers.
Okay, I just explain why. Okay, can I explain to you why?
I
Let me
just
explain to
gave you
you.
an answer.
Well, let me explain a slower term why a daily justification is necessary. So basically, when I'm asking what's a daily justification, I'm asking what's a form of justification to make your reasoning more appealing and more acceptable in this case. And
I just
when I say some form of justification, that's like different types of justifications in different types of ways. Um, those are all justifications, but they'll all have different types of ways to explain how I can reasoning and how can explanation more feasible, more justifiable. Do you understand that? So I just answered your question why I do justification is necessary. So now can you answer my question? Can you give me a
yeah, I gave an
justification?
answer. We can just
Wait,
take a PC type account. We can take a PR
can you give me
type
an
account.
explanation why
We
a deal
take,
just wait, that's your deal justification? I'm sorry.
yeah, we can take the
Okay,
APR
so you give
account.
me the explanation why you do justification matching up with your argumentation. If you don't give me an explanation why, then we cannot take your due justification to hold some validation unless you get a valid argument and a valid explanation. Why would this due justification and why would your argumentation matching up in that category of the dues of the justification that
Okay.
you have
Oh,
choose?
okay. Yeah. So we can just I'll take phenomenal conservatism. Yeah, all phenomenal
Okay, cool.
conservatism.
You keep saying you could take that due
I'm not
justification, but
done.
I'm
I'm
asking like,
not
what's going to be the
done. You just cut
explanation?
me off. I can't. I'm gonna ignore you
Okay,
because I
but
can't explain.
I just want to tell you that you keep telling me you're just gonna say
I
this.
was
Okay,
not
cool. What
done.
I'm asking you, right, is that what
Are you?
is like what's gonna be the explanation? All I'm asking, like what's gonna be the explanation? If you
Okay.
don't give me the
So
explanation, we can just conclude.
like I was saying, phenomenal conservatism says that if the S that P S just for them leaving P, right? My C, huh? My C,
Alright, we
His
can just
mom came in
conclude.
his room.
my
I heard
semen
that.
states.
Heard that. His mom came in his room. His
Alright,
mom.
bro. Alright, bro.
Did y'all hear that?
We can just
Did y'all hear
conclude.
his mom? Did y'all hear his mom come in his room? Holy
Yeah,
shit.
bro. We can just conclude, bro. Oh my gosh.
Oh my.